everyone. Well, today we have come out to a very large dump full of bottles and pottery and who knows what. There's Matt over there. There's Monica. We've got Florrie over there. And of course we've got Mr. Sci-Fines just disappearing over the edge just down there. And also Anna is here somewhere. So there's a whole group of us and we're going to go and see what we can find. There's just so much here. Much of it very broken. What's this? Old newspaper, bottles, jars, fragments of pottery. Oh, now that looks like Galloway's chemist. I found a few of these actually. Well, I don't think I've ever really researched Galloway's. Yeah, it's H. Galloway Limited, London. So I think it's about time I looked him up. Let's have a look at this. Oh, there's nothing on this bottle. Oh, it's just a little teaspoons bottle. It's quite sweet though, isn't it? It makes you wonder whether people are going to be searching through our junk in 100 years' time. But they're not going to be finding things like this. It's going to be a lot more plastic. Just a little stopper. There's Anna over there. Anna's usually a bit of a whiz in this kind of place. What have you got then, Anna?
Okay, a nice find. I like it because it's odd, and a freaky find. So I like this little figurine. I like figurines.
Oh,
look,
look at that little figurine.
It's brilliant.
Gosh.
It is really wonderful.
Oh, that's really cute. A little bespectacled person in a dressing gown.
Well, I thought he was a monk. Do you think he's meant to be Japanese or something? Because there was a big trend for Japanese stuff at this period, wasn't there? So it's possible.
Very nice.
And then I did love this. It was peering out of the mud, like face first, but he's got
oh my god,
the little eyes. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah, she's got her eyes
I've
in.
never had one with eyes before.
Oh my.
I don't want to take the dirt out in case her eyes fall out.
Look at that, a little doll with eyes in.
I don't want to say anything negative about her, just in case she's listening.
Oh, she's lovely.
She is lovely.
You could
she's
plant
distinct.
some cress in her head.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Well done.
Well, those are my two favourite finds. Otherwise, I've been amassing bottles that I don't need. I've already got loads in the garden.
I've just spotted something down here which looks interesting. I have found fragments of these on the Thames. Let's have a look. Oh, now that's quite nice. It's like a hunting jug. Look at that. I'm pretty pleased with that. Lovely. That is nice. I bet Anna will like this. Well, I'm going to put that in my bag. made by Dalton in Lambeth. What a great find. Well, it's funny, I wanted to find a flask from a pub or a tavern or something, and I've just found this one from the Falcon Hotel. Is that West Highburn or something? I shall keep that and look it up. Falcon Hotel. Now look, I can see over here a jug as well, which has got some lettering around it. Let's see what it says. Something, the days seem limp and long when all goes right and nothing wrong. That's quite fun. I'll have to take that because I want to know what it said in its entirety. The days seem limp and long when all goes right and nothing wrong. Now I've actually just found a fork here, which somebody must have left, someone who's been here before, but I've also just seen this little bottle. I've never seen one like this before. It's just got weights on it. It's quite nice. It's like a little pot in glass. I should put that in my bag. And what's this? Little perfume bottle, I expect. Quite cute, isn't it? I don't want to disturb that any more than I already have. You can see how overgrown it is. I'm trying to find some areas that haven't been searched for a while in the hope that I might find something really special. You can see down here what looks like a coin. Probably a penny. I'll clean that up when I get home. Pop that in my bag. See what else we've got here. I shall use my new found... Oh! Look! That's so funny. We were just talking about the lack of lead animals here, and look, here's a little donkey. Or a cow or something. Or a horse. Ah, isn't that cute? Ooh. That's right, drop it again. Oh, here it is. It's easy to get disorientated here. I've probably already looked at this patch, but it's so big. I'm bound to have missed something. So let's see if we can find some little bits and pieces in here. So many bottles, but I must admit, oh, haha, look, I can see a pipe. I can see a pipe down there. Can you see it? It is just there. Let's go and take a closer look at it. Always a joy to find a pipe. That's lovely. Look at that. Oh, that's really nice. It's so weird, isn't it? Wherever I go, those pipes. Well, I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's go slowly over this area and see what else we can see. It's really tough sometimes having to climb through this undergrowth, and I'm stinging a bit because I've been stung quite a lot by stinging nettles, and there's really nasty prickly things as well. It's quite hard terrain, but it's fun though. It's a lot of fun. You have to be careful around here actually, because if there's been some holes dug and then you can't see that and the undergrowth has grown, you could just go disappearing into a great big man trap. After a while, when you've been walking around in this place, you do slightly lose your sense of direction. I'm going to head over to this direction. Now I've just seen something down there. I'll zoom in and see if you can see what I've seen. It's a little hand. Or rather it's an arm. Here we are, look. Look at that. A very delicate, slender fingered hand. Looks like I've stumbled on an interesting little area here actually. Let's have a look. Oh, let's go and look down here. Oh, look, we've got some toadstools. Oh, look at this. It's quite nice, isn't it? I don't actually want it though, but it is pretty. I shall put it here. What's this? Oh, that's an old Gordon's gin bottle. That's quite nice. There's a way of dating these, but certainly that boar's head is quite old. I mean, it's got to be late 19th, early 20th century at least. Nothing like a nice cool gin and tonic. This is so pretty here. It's like a little Amazonian river flowing through the bottle tub. Almost expect a crocodile to come crawling out. But look down here as well, isn't that sweet? A lovely thing to see amongst all the leaves and the grass. Very pretty. And look what I found here, look, a little pot with a man on the side. That side's broken. What's that, I wonder? I quite like that. I wonder what was in there. Oh, what does that say? Brom nervacet. Brom nervacet. Well, I don't know what that is. Has anybody heard of that? I've just seen what looks like a cute little bottle down here. Just here, look. I wonder if it's intact. It's got some lettering on it. Prise it out. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's good news. Oh, it's Yardley. It's an old perfume bottle. Yardley, London. But that's a really pretty bottle, actually. Established 1770. London. Who's this then? Oh, that's another Galloway's bottle. Slightly different though, isn't it? Galloway's. Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, and I can see a pipe bowl as well. Oh, Galloway's celebrated cough syrup. Woohoo! Well, I haven't found one like that before. That's very nice. The Great London Remedy, is it? The Great something Remedy. Well, that's a lovely bottle. I shall take that one. I found several Galloway's bottles today, and Florrie gave me one too, so I'll have a little collection. I'll be able to start my own Galloway's chemist shop. That's beautiful. And I just saw this pipe bowl here. It's a real big one. That. I don't think there's any kind of design on it. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. It has been known. Nice couple of finds. Well, actually, I've just found something for Anna, because it's got your initials on it, Anna.
That's brilliant! That's fantastic!
You can have that as a present.
What? I love it! Thank you so
AB
much.
for Anna
I think he's holding a pig.
I wasn't sure if he was riding a dolphin or something.
Riding a dolphin or holding a pig, that seems appropriate somehow.
AB for Anna.
I absolutely love it. Look at his cheeky little face.
It is quite fun, isn't it?
Thank you so much.
It's okay. My pleasure.
That's really nice of you.
What's this? Oh, that's quite cool. It looks like some old advertising. What's that? Rinso, the dirt dispeller. R.S. Hudson. I think that's London. No. Oh, that's great. I like that. The dirt dispeller. I'm going to need some of that. Well, it's raining now. This place is going to turn into a big muddy mire. So we've been here for quite a few hours. So we're on our way home now. And Si has already done a roundup. So I'll find out what everybody found and update you later. It was great bottling around in the bottle dump with you all.
Thanks.
Everyone's done really well, really good finds.
Okay, well that's brilliant. Well, what a great day. Off home to
An open fire, I'm hoping.
yeah, open fire. Well, I won't have an open fire, but I
lit
will.
one before I left. So
Oh,
that
lovely.
anyone
What a
wants to come
real
home,
fire.
A real fire, yeah, so that you want to come home too. You've got to have a fire when you come home.
Brill. Well, I'm going to go home and look at all my things and clean them. Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope that 2021 is going well for you so far. I can't believe that we're nearly into February already. This year seems to be going by at a rate of knots. And actually this video was filmed last year in between lockdowns, and if you want to see what everybody else found during that outing, then Sci Finds did a video I think a few months ago, because I wandered off into the undergrowth, got slightly lost and waylaid in different parts of that huge place, and by the time I got back to where everybody else had met up, the roundup for them had been done, and so I'm just going to show you what I found, which is a nice little selection of bottles and treasures from the Victorian, Edwardian, Georgian era, which is what that dump really dates to, so the mid-19th to early 20th century. So all these things that I've got here in front of me, all my little treasures would have been played with, or bought by, appreciated by, drunk by, eaten by, smoked by people who lived in the Victorian, Edwardian, Georgian times. So first of all, let's have a look at this funny little partial pot here, and of course the reason it drew my attention was because of the little poem on it. The days seem limp and long when all goes right and nothing wrong. So it actually comes from a verse written by William Gilbert, who was one half of the comic opera duo Gilbert and Sullivan, and so his version of the rhyme, because they have changed one of the words in there, is, "Oh, don't the days seem lank and long, when all goes right and nothing wrong, and isn't your life extremely flat, with nothing whatever to grumble at?" So maybe it's a vase for drama queens that like it when things are all up in the air and dramatic, and who aren't very good when everything is just going nice and flat and smooth sailing. I'm sure we're all like that some of the time, I know that I am. So that's where that comes from. So for some reason they have changed the word lank to limp, and yeah, it seems like quite a strange little verse to have in a vase really, doesn't it? But it was nice to find the origin of the verse and find out that it was written by W. Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan. I'm not quite sure which opera it comes from, but one of them in any case. So I've got quite a few bottles here, and how can we make some old, not very well washed and slightly chipped bottles a little bit more intriguing? Well, it's always great because these era of bottles, like Victorian, Georgian, Edwardian, they often have nice embossed names on them. And my favourite one here is this acid etched bottle, which is marked with the Falcon Hotel, West Kilburn, which is in London. Now, I did manage to find a nice picture of the Falcon Hotel in about 1920, so I'm going to show you that. And at about that time, the landlord was a Mr. Frank Hobbs, and it's quite nice because I found on the good old internet a postcard that was sent to Frank Hobbs around about that time, and so we get a good sense of what people were doing and what they were looking like. So we get a really nice idea of the sort of person who may have taken this flask away with them from the Falcon Hotel, full of wine or brandy or something. So that's very nice, and that will join my little collection of pub flasks that I've found over the years. So that's that one. Now I have got my own little PH Galloway Pharmacy starting here. And PH Galloway, it's quite a common bottle to find over here actually. They were obviously a very successful chemist, and his name was, let me see here, Philip Henry Galloway. He was a Victorian druggist chemist, and he was born in 1858 and died in 1936. He had 5 children actually, and one of them was in the Air Force during World War I, and he died when he was just 22. But going back to his profession as a druggist and a chemist, he was very good, like many others of these chemists from back then, very good with his advertising, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons why he did so well. If you look at some of these hilarious, very persuasive adverts, and he even had a little book which he prepared for school children, which had lots and lots of little facts in, but at the bottom of the pages it's got all about his cough medicine and how good it is and how it cures all the coughs, etc. And so I think one of my favourite things actually about these old cough mixture bottles like his is the old advertising. I love it. It's so politically incorrect. It's just so let's say, I don't know, sensational, isn't it? You know, claiming to cure absolutely everything and for absolutely everyone, and telling everyone how much children love this cough mixture. So I do love the ads. And talking of ads for cough mixture, the other day I was out with Sci-Finds and I found this bottle, which is for Zoobs, and I love their ads too. I looked them up and I was really laughing to myself because they just really are quite over the top. Now, I didn't manage to find out too much about Brom Nervacid, the bottle I found, and in fact I don't even have the bottle here with me, I must have left it there, but when I looked it up, because the name is quite strange, when I looked it up, all that I could find out about it is that Hitler used to have it before he went to sleep, and it's some kind of very, very strong tranquiliser. Now, what else have we got here that I can show you? Oh, this little bottle here, and it's got weights on it. I couldn't find anything out about that, so I don't know what it is. It's probably also some kind of medicine or maybe even some cosmetics, I'm not quite sure. What else? Check my notes to make sure I haven't forgotten anything absolutely essential. I think that's it really. I did want to talk to you though about Rinso, because I actually learnt something today when I was researching Rinso, and many of you probably know this already. Maybe I'm just a little bit slow on the uptake, but I hadn't realised that soap operas were called soap operas because soaps used to sponsor radio programmes. Now, Rinso was introduced in about 1908 and it was really widely used in the USA and the UK and Australia, and it also used to sponsor a lot of radio programmes. And so my amazing fact that I found out today for myself is that that's why soap operas are called soap operas, because they were sponsored by soap powders like Rinso. So Rinso was very, very popular. I feel like I'm doing an advertising campaign for Rinso myself now. Rinso's the Dirt Dispeller. Very, very good. Can't you see how clean I'm looking? But anyway, Rinso's the Dirt Dispeller. They were very, very popular until about 1950 when it was replaced by, wait for it, Tide. And I just so happened to have a really lovely old Tide box empty that I found in a junk shop years ago. So there we are, we go from Rinso the Dirt Dispeller to Tide. And aren't they just great? I just love old ads. I just think they're so much more fun than our modern day ads. So that's just about it, really. There's some other little bits and pieces, some pipes and coins and my hunting jug, and oh, this little hand which I found, which is quite fun because a few years ago I found another little hand, and so now I've got the two little hands, so I'll be able to do something with those. So that's quite fun. Oh, and also the wasp, the hornet that was there in the mud, it was unfortunately uncovered, which is a shame because she was hibernating. I found out afterwards that it was probably a queen hornet, and they generally hibernate throughout the winter and then wake up again in spring. So hopefully she went back to sleep again. I did cover her up with mud, so I'm hoping that she went back to sleep and that everything's okay. So I think that's just about it. I'm going to leave you with some really nice old photographs. Somebody gave me a box recently full of old photos from Victorian, Georgian, Edwardian times, and I thought it would be quite fun to finish with those because they are the sort of people that would be using all these objects which I found and which the other guys found that you can see on Simon's video. There's something really evocative about old black and white sepia photographs, and so I hope you enjoy having a quick look at those now. So thanks again for watching, everyone, and I hope that you have a great week. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you for all your comments and your feedback and your suggestions. And I do have a Ko-fi account if you'd like to treat me to a virtual cup of Earl Grey tea. That would be great. And of course you don't have to, but if you want to, it's there. The link will be in the description of this video. And until I see you again, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'm sending you much love. Thanks, bye-bye.